then you will also have time. Yeah, you will also have time to ask him some questions, but please keep in mind not asking too personal medical questions. That's not relevant for the entire group.
Okay, que vamos a comenzar con la sesión de preguntas y respuestas, pero que no hagamos preguntas personales que no sean relevantes a todos.
La tía, la abuelita.
Sí, no.
Eso no. Cuestiones muy concretas. Recuerden y traten de pensar cuáles son las dudas que siempre tenemos, cuáles son las preguntas que siempre están y tratemos de resolverlas hoy lo más rápido posible.
Sí.
A ver, yo tengo una pregunta.
We will ask first some general questions and then you can ask questions from the group. So, Mr. Stig, this group this morning had the tour with Ådne, and I would like to ask you how you started with the natural balance shake. What was the idea behind?
Que tuvimos el tour con Ådne y que cómo comenzó la idea del natural balance shake.
So, you will translate or two times?
They will translate. Okay. I know Russian, not Spanish.
Yes, but who shall I speak to?
You can speak to the group.
Okay, and you will translate. Okay. Yeah, the natural balance shake then was developed for patients, a very sick lung patient on a waiting list for lung transplantation.
Okay, fue desarrollada la fórmula para pacientes muy enfermos en lista de espera para un trasplante de pulmón.
And they are so sick that they need to have an oxygen mask 24 hours a day, so they cannot eat normal food.
Están tan enfermos que necesitan una mascarilla de oxígeno 24 horas al día, por lo que no pueden comer comida normal.
And they have difficulties to breathe out this CO2 that the body produces also.
Y tienen mucha dificultad para sacar el dióxido de carbono que el cuerpo produce.
And they cannot get oxygen into the blood, so they start to lose weight because the bowels cannot suck up the food.
Okay, y empiezan a perder peso porque sus intestinos no pueden absorber el alimento.
And normally, when we have sick patients that lose weight, we give them plenty of sugar and fat.
Normalmente cuando un paciente empieza a perder peso, le damos mucha azúcar y mucha grasa.
But if you do that with these patients, sugar and fat, they came out as CO2, so they have too much of that already. So if I should give them that type of food, they will go into coma.
Pero estos pacientes, como cuando comen mucha azúcar y grasa, se vuelve en dióxido de carbono y estos pacientes no lo pueden eliminar, pueden entrar en un coma.
So then it was a need to develop a new food formula that give the body everything the body needs, but without unnecessary fat or carbohydrate.
Entonces investigamos y desarrollamos una fórmula con todos los nutrientes que el cuerpo necesita, pero sin extra azúcar ni extra grasa.
And this formula should be so that it was possible to suck it into.
Entonces esta fórmula tenía que ser posible de agregar a líquidos para que la pudieran succionar por la boca, porque tampoco pueden masticar ni comer.
But still, it should be like ordinary food with fibers and other things, because we don't do well without that.
Pero tenía que ser como un alimento natural con fibra y todo eso, porque no funciona bien nuestro cuerpo sin esos alimentos.
So that was the main idea.
Era la idea general.
And then, since you get complete nutrition with a minimum of calories, that proved to be very efficient if you wanted to lose body weight.
Entonces, como recibías todos los nutrientes necesarios con muy pocas calorías, probó que ser muy eficiente si querías bajar de peso.
And at that time, Oriflame was they wanted to have some kind of program to lose body weight.
Y Oriflame en ese entonces quería tener algún tipo de producto y de programa para ayudar a bajar de peso.
But the natural balance shake was not initially produced to lose body weight.
Pero la malteada Natural Balance no fue producida originalmente para perder peso.
I think that is
yes. And for a long life, what would your recommendations be?
Para una larga vida, larga y saludable vida, ¿cuáles serían sus recomendaciones?
Yeah, I will give you that. But first, a long and happy life, nobody wants. So I will first give you the prescription for a happy life.
Okay. Les va a dar la prescripción para una vida feliz.
And this is more serious than it could
Seem.
yeah.
Y es más serio de lo que parece.
Because we study Sweden. Sweden is a good country to live in, but still we have major mental problems in
Hemos
Sweden.
estudiado Suecia, es un muy buen país para vivir, pero tenemos problemas mentales también en Suecia.
So we have big problems with alcoholism,
Tenemos muchos problemas con alcoholismo,
depression,
depresión,
suicide,
suicidio,
psychosis, but not schizophrenia.
psicosis, pero no esquizofrenia,
Traffic accident.
accidentes de tráfico.
We smoke too much, so we get lung disease.
Fumamos demasiado y nos enfermamos de los
Cáncer.
pulmones y cáncer.
And we stress and are angry, so we don't sleep at night.
Y estamos estresados y enojados por lo que no dormimos en la noche.
All these things is due to some mental imbalance.
Todos estos temas te llevan a tener un imbalance mental.
So the most single important thing for a long life also, but particularly for a happy life,
Lo más importante para una vida larga, pero particularmente para una vida feliz,
and this is a very important advice for you Oriflame people, because if you will be very successful, you should follow this advice.
y este consejo es muy importante especialmente para ustedes, gente de Oriflame, porque si quieren ser exitosos tienen que seguir este consejo.
Then you will be loved by everyone.
Y todos los van a querer.
And that is just to love everyone you meet and give them a good smile.
Y esa es la idea, que quieras a toda la gente que conoces y darles una sonrisa.
And forgive them all this nasty thing they do, because when you are in crisis, you do a lot of nasty thing, and we should not be upset by that. That's normal, and we should not do like that then. Smile.
Cuando
always.
pasan cosas que no te gustan, no debes de enojarte y sacar ese enojo con el resto de la gente. Siempre debes de sonreír y dar cosas amables y buenas.
And then the most important three things for a physical long life, you could say.
Y las tres cosas más importantes para una vida larga,
We need to have complete nutrition.
necesitamos tener una nutrición completa.
Every one of us build billions of new cells every 24 hours.
Todos construimos billones de células nuevas cada 24
And
horas.
for instance, when I do surgery, cut up people,
Cuando hago cirugía y corto a la gente,
the wound heal within a week or 10 days.
la herida sana en una semana o 10 días.
So the body works all the time.
El cuerpo trabaja todo el tiempo.
So we must have a complete nutrition.
Necesitamos tener una nutrición completa.
And also, I think that you have already got some advice from Matt today, what is healthy nutrition also.
Y ya creo que platicaron con Matt hace ratito acerca de nutrición saludable.
And it is not so easy to get complete nutrition,
No es tan fácil tener una nutrición completa.
but with the supplement Oriflame can give, it's very easy.
Con los suplementos de Oriflame podemos tener una nutrición
And
completa.
then
Es
I
muy
think
sencillo.
about this Natural Balance Shake and the Wellness Pack
Y pienso en la malteada Natural Balance y el Wellness Pack,
that make it easy to get complete nutrition.
que lo hacen sencillo tener una nutrición completa.
Then we must have a good night's sleep,
Debemos de dormir, how long? 8 hours?
at least 7 hours.
Por lo menos debemos de dormir 7 horas al día,
And
por
it,
lo menos.
yeah, and it is like that. That is not 7 hours each night. It could be 6 hours on night and 8 hours on night. It's no person sleep exactly the same amount each time, but
Que no toda la gente duerme exactamente la misma cantidad. Hay gente que duerme 6 horas, hay gente que duerme 8, pero el problema son 7.
but it is important to get deep sleep,
Es importante entrar en sueño profundo,
because when we get deep sleep, this gland here release growth hormones.
Cuando entramos en sueño profundo, una glándula en el cerebro saca hormonas de crecimiento
And that rebuild all these billions of cells.
y eso es lo que construye estas billones de células cada día.
Then we also, the third thing that we must have some kind of physical activity.
Debemos de hacer ejercicio.
We know when we get patients, for instance, they go to bed, never, they will not move around.
Tenemos pacientes que se van a la cama y no hicieron ejercicio.
There's the bone will weaken very quickly.
Los huesos se vuelven débiles rápidamente.
And we also know from these astronauts that are in the
space.
room, they lose bone strength very quickly.
Como los astronautas que están en el espacio que pierden densidad ósea muy rápidamente.
So at least we must walk around at least half an hour every day at least.
Por lo menos debemos de caminar media hora diaria.
So that is the most important thing.
Es lo más importante.
But the most important, the most difficult thing is really to be a loving person.
Lo más difícil de todo es ser una persona que ama. Y es lo más importante de todo también.
Thank you, Stig. I think we can take open questions.
¿Siguen grabando con video? Ya a mí ya se me acabó la pila y
Sí.
el espacio del...
Ustedes, yo tengo una pregunta. Dr. Stig Steen. One of the things that I would like to ask you, how do you, can you let people know that, for example, when you talk to a doctor, or a nutritionist, or an expert in health and well-being, that our products are good? Because in America, they don't know all the certifications that sometimes are very well known in Europe. They don't know a lot of fabuloso and what tools do you think or you can give us to share back in America to let people know that this product is something you can trust from a medical standpoint and a professional expert standpoint?
Pregunta Mariela que cómo puede hacer el Oriflame para tener información para nosotros y podernos acercar a médicos y poderles decir que wellness es algo bueno desde el punto de vista médico, algo que pueden confiar, que están todas las certificaciones europeas, pero no las tenemos, no son reconocidas en América. Entonces,
Oriflame in America is more well known for a beauty company. So when we also tell them we have health products, it's been a challenge to convince people that they're up to the standards of other companies in the competition that specialize only in health products and are very well recognized in America.
Como Oriflame se conoce como una compañía de belleza, ha sido complicado acercarnos a médicos, a nutriólogos y que confíen en que es algo mejor o igual de bueno que la competencia que tenemos allá en América.
I think that the most important thing we can do for that is to give them this little book I read them. A little book in
The booklet,
English.
the wellness booklet. The book
Yeah, the book. Yeah.
or the booklet?
No,
The
not a
Fabuloso
booklet, a book.
The product guide.
El libro.
No, mira.
They're in the gift bag.
O sea, lo que dice es separarlo en un libro aparte.
We don't have that.
No, but
no.
the doctors, you say the doctors in Latin America, for sure, they can't speak English or read English if they doubt, because you have the documentation exactly.
En ese libro.
And they want to have something written where there is a concrete person that can check that is a trustable person, etc. They will not trust you if you tell them it is good. They must have something concrete, so to say. And this has been translated also, but not probably to Spanish.
Yes,
No, I don't think so.
to Spain, a España.
It's
I
in
can check.
Russian and Chinese and a lot of other, but doctors in Latin America can read English.
Ya, que lo mejor es acercarnos con este libro, que en América Latina los doctores, la mayoría sí leen inglés, aunque no lo hablen. So this book has all the certifications that the Fabuloso gives or that Oriflame has.
It's explained in simple language with a reference list.
With a reference list. Que está explicado en lenguaje sencillo para todos, pero tiene una lista de literature list. So these are all the many papers that have been published are written here in the reference list. Que muchos de los papeles que han sido publicados, we were asking for that because we don't have this in Latin America. We cannot buy it.
But also important to remember, a lot is available also on the internet, and if you a lot of publications,
But we don't have the information of the publications either. So.
Okay.
Do you have the Wellness Center of Expertise in Latin America? You don't?
No,
Okay, so then I'll show you how to find it on.
it's in English.
We can check if Spain has it as well, because then it will be in Spanish.
It's
as well.
online only.
It's like a website.
Oh, we don't
Yeah.
have it.
Great.
Okay.
So I can show that to you, and there's a I think it's
Que hay
called
un
Studies
sitio de
Library.
internet que viene que se llama el Centro de Expertos de Wellness,
Sí.
donde puede tener mucha otra fuente de información.
So there's more information about the certificates.
No saben, tiene que ver si está en
En inglés
español.
de seguro.
Pues una
There's
pregunta,
information
doctor.
about the certificates, about the scientific
Viene los
advisory
certificados,
board,
viene todos los científicos,
about
Mire.
IGLASA,
todo lo de
etc.
Igelosa.
etc.
That is excellent. And have you made a comparison with the competition of other network marketing companies that specialize, for example, over there in America, the companies that are more strong against us is Amway, the nutritional products, which are very good, also the Usana and Herbalife. Do you have any comments as to how our products stand up to those products of the competition?
Ja,
Let me translate. Pregunta Mariela cómo se compara la competencia Usana, Herbalife y Amway contra nuestros productos, que si el doctor tiene información.
but I think that one company always will state that their products is better than the others, so no doctors believe in that. What they believe in is the massive literature from all universities, what is important for a healthy life and so on, and that this product here really can supply this complete nutrition.
Que los doctores no le creen a lo que dicen las compañías, porque cada compañía va a decir que la suya es la mejor, pero que hay muchos papeles o escritos por las universidades y que eso es lo que creen. So do you know any research that has been done by the universities in other parts of, like in America, about Oriflame? Was there like in Harvard or any other big university about our products?
No, not from America, because Oriflame has, or particularly United States, I think. Are you in the United
No.
States?
No. But it's important for you to know that when products are formulated, either by IGLASA or by us, the nutritionists in Stockholm, because we also develop products, we always look at the published, the scientific literature. So it's not that we ourselves, like,
No,
let's take,
we know that.
So it's
we know
always
that.
linked to scientific
Yes.
results.
We know that,
Yeah.
but people don't know us, so they don't trust
No.
what we say. They
Yeah.
need to see it
That's the
written.
same.
Yeah.
And if they see something like from Harvard or
Yeah.
because they know Harvard, they
Yeah.
will trust it. They don't
Yeah.
know the University of London.
No.
They have no idea it exists.
No.
People know United States
Yeah.
because we
Vamos a ver
are.
qué dice el doctor Stig.
But here is
Yeah.
some very important references that are from the leading universities.
Yeah.
Good.
And books that has been in a way written for ordinary people, not for doctors, but ordinary people, but it's written by the leading experts in the world.
Okay. Que este libro está escrito para gente normal que no son médicos, pero tiene aquí una lista de literatura por médicos, ¿no? Well, I had a question when we heard about the carbon dioxide and the lungs and everything. So a patient with, someone who has asthma, so it would be very wise to advise them not to eat sugary food because of that? Because
No, I spoke about now the patient that was on the waiting list.
No, yes.
They are very sick. But,
Before that, we heard about that, and the people with asthma have also problems with breathing. So it would be wise to,
asthma came in attacks.
yes.
So, and when you get a serious attack of asthma, there are other treatment for that, medical treatment. Between the attacks, they breathe more or less normally. But this is that have chronic
Yes.
pulmonary disease, worse and worse and worse. They need this special nutrition.
Okay. Que para la gente que tiene asma, tiene ataques de asma, pero la gente que está muy enferma es la que necesita la nutrición especial. And he also said that the shake would be used for people with being overweight and people underweight to help them get to their normal healthy weight. How does that work? Como la gente con menos peso también puede utilizar la malteada para llegar a un peso saludable.
Yeah, for those who have too much weight, they still need to have complete nutrition, but they should not have unnecessary calories. Then complete nutrition, but with no extra calories.
Para la gente con sobrepeso necesita la nutrición completa, pero sin calorías adicionales.
Then you have done what you can do with the food to lose weight.
Entonces, con eso puedes comer menos para bajar de peso.
But many other studies show that if you don't sleep well at night, are stressed, you can gain weight by that also. So it's not only calories and food. If you never move, it's a lot of other things you
Que si no
must do.
haces ejercicio y que si no duermes, tampoco vas a bajar de peso. But what about the underweight people?
Yeah, normal. The easiest way, if you are underweight and not have a lung problem and you really want to gain weight, you must increase your calories. You still need to have complete nutrition from all essential vitamin, protein, essential fatty acid. That you need, but then you must increase your calories, and then you will increase it.
Que hay que aumentar las calorías cuando estás bajo de peso, pero debes de comer igual, balanceado y nutricional. The problem is that people know that the shake lowers appetite.
Yeah.
So how can they eat more calories when they have less appetite?
Or most people can eat more if they eat, for instance, fat and
Avocados.
sugar. Yeah.
Okay. Que la mayoría de la gente sí puede comer más calorías comiendo más cosas con mayor cantidad de calorías por gramo, como los
And you
aguacates,
should,
como la grasa.
one natural balance shake have only 70 calories, almost no calories. You don't gain weight by that. You must have calories from other sources if you really want to gain weight, but still you need to have all the essential components in nutrition also.
Que con la malteada, que nomás tiene 70 calorías, lo que te da es nutrición completa, pero para subir de peso tienes que comer más, eso sí.
The references in the book also include, for example, it would be it doesn't affect the anti-doping laws. You know, for athletes, we're also certified.
Yeah, but there is Oriflame have no products with unnatural substances in that. So the natural balance shake and the wellness pack are high quality nutrition product, ordinary food mixed so that, for instance, natural balance shake, the protein are mixed so that it's very similar to human mother's milk. It's a perfect, so that is special, but there is no forbidden ingredients or no, it's natural, high quality food mixed in a way so it's optimal for the body.
Preguntaba Mariela que si podían utilizar, o sea, para la gente que hace deporte de alto rendimiento y les hacen pruebas antidoping, que si hay algún problema con los productos nutricionales, si tienen alguna certificación, y dice el doctor que es completamente natural, que es un alimento. De hecho, dice que la malteada se parece a la leche materna. So your inspiration for the shake was breast milk?
Yeah, exactly. The protein composition was because
That's beautiful.
As you know, when a little baby is born, can drink a mother's milk only for many months, and the whole body grows harmonic, so to say. The liver grows, the heart grows, everything. You know these bodybuilders that only wants muscles.
Yes.
They eat muscles, they eat meat, but a little baby can grow everything. So that is important, that you have this complete nutrition for grow everything.
La inspiración del licuado es la leche materna, porque los bebés crecen todos, tiene que crecer el corazón, el hígado, los riñones, su cuerpo, no nada más el músculo como los fisicoculturistas, les tiene que crecer todo el cuerpo. Entonces la leche materna tiene la nutrición perfecta para que crezca el cuerpo completo del bebé. And it also has a lot of love.
I got that question in Kiev. Kiev, 10,000 people in Kiev, a person asked me, how can I get a long and happy life?
Y le preguntaron en Kiev que cómo tener una larga y feliz vida.
Doctor, can you give me a few minutes, please? Chicas, no tenemos mucho tiempo, entonces necesito que cada quien va a hacer una pregunta para el doctor, algo que no nos haya dicho, obviamente. Claro. Entonces piensen, por favor, no tenemos mucho tiempo, es su oportunidad de oro. Es una pregunta por persona. Piensen bien que vamos a preguntar, tenemos 3 minutos, así que...
Una de la sucralosa. Sucralose, which is in the shake, is not natural.
Oh.
And many studies have been done and people tell us that it's really harmful. Is there a plan to change it to stevia or some natural sweetener?
And that is a question for Oriflame.
We we can maybe save that question
Yes.
For later.
For
Okay.
later.
Okay.
when you
That's a
only have
question
the
for
list,
them.
if that's okay.
¿Alguien más?
Another question, someone?
Yo quiero preguntar si podemos garantizar que cuando una persona empiece a tomar la malteada, garantizarle que si sus órganos van a estar bien nutridos. O sea,
Okay, she
si
wants to
pueden
ask if
sanarlos.
we can guarantee that a person that's taking the shake, their organs will be well nourished.
Yeah, but it depends on how much you take and what other things you eat.
Que depende de cuánto comas y qué otras cosas comes. Cuánto tomes y cuántas otras cosas
But
comes.
regarding this very important protein, we have these essential amino acids and so on. The United Nations, the World Health Organization, has know how much we must have. And if we translate that into natural balance shake, if a woman take 1.5 natural balance shake and a man 2, that person will ensure to get all these essential amino acids that is needed for a protein at least.
Okay, de acuerdo a cantidades establecidas por las Naciones Unidas, si una mujer se toma una malteada y media al día y un hombre 2 malteadas, está tomando todos los aminoácidos esenciales, o sea, los que tu cuerpo no produce, al tomarte las malteadas al día. Okay.
Ante eso, perdón, ante eso mismo, podemos consumir todos los productos al día, como los pack, wellness pack, los batidos, NutriComplex.
Can we take all the wellness products every single day?
Yes.
Sí.
Yo tengo una pregunta. ¿Cuánto es la cantidad que se puede tomar al día teniendo una dieta regular? De malteada.
What's the amount that's recommended every day having a normal diet of the shake?
If you want to lose weight, you don't want to have too much unnecessary calories, but you still want to eat other things also. So nobody should eat only that. They must eat some vegetables, fruits, some other things for the...
Que nadie puede comer solamente la malteada, que debemos de comer frutas y verduras también.
Claro.
But I think that if a man take two natural balance shake and the wellness pack, he will not came into malnutrition if he eat.
Que si un hombre se toma 2 malteadas y wellness pack, va a tener la nutrición completa.
That gives very much nutrition.
Mucha nutrición.
Yo quería bajar de peso.
How many omega capsules can we take every day?
Yeah, at least 8.
8 capsules of the Oriflame? Andeles. Really? Que debemos de tomar 8 cápsulas de omega al día.
The amount of omega-3 we need every day is about 3 grams. And then it's in 2 capsules as well. So you can at least take more. Then the question is, what is the optimum to take?
¿Cuál es lo óptimo de tomar?
And some say 6 grams.
Okay. Que lo óptimo de tomar son 6 gramos. 2 cápsulas tienen 1 solo gramo. Entonces, pues saquemos la cuenta, dice 6 gramos. And the amount of DHA, somebody was asking me, how much DHA should we take and how much is it in 2
600
capsules?
milligrams.
600 milligrams.
And 400 EPA.
And how much is in the 2 capsules?
It is
274 of the 2 together, DHA and EPA
So with
together.
6 capsules we have what we need.
But you must remember that our products are not supposed to replace food.
Exactly.
They're only supposed to complement.
We don't eat
So
fatty fish.
Yeah. So Stig is saying that if you were to get everything from the capsules, then you could take 6 or 8 or something. But you are also supposed to eat normal food. And that also goes for the shake. 2 shakes per day is great to get the protein, but you also need to eat other food.
But the thing about the fish, we usually don't get fatty fish. You have the herring in the morning, you have the salmon in the morning. We don't eat like that.
But shakes have omega too.
But let me see. I understand your question very well. I understand your question.
¿Quiere la pregunta de Gaby muy bien?
I want to give a clear answer on your
¿Quiere
question.
responder de manera clara?
Because we have the same problem in Norway, inland Norway. We
Tuvieron
never
un
eat
problema
fish,
similar en Noruega,
fat fish, no, not fish at all.
que no comen los pescados como en México.
And that means that the Norwegian government has advocated the people to take fish oil by mouth from
los niños,
very first beginning of life.
Y entonces el gobierno de Noruega hizo obligatorio
Even
que
the
los niños
babies,
desde
and how
chiquitos
much do they advocate?
la cuchara
8 capsula of the
Oriflame.
eran 8 cápsulas al día.
the amount comparable to 8 capsula.
Okay. And what about the astaxanthin? How many?
Yeah, if you are a top athlete, exercise it very much and produce much of these free radicals, you can take more. Yeah, it was some crazy groups in Ireland that took 45 milligram. And that was not able to sleep at night.
Depende, no sé.
I asked them, the inventor of astaxanthin, he's in the scientific board, how much do you take? He take 4 milligram at all.
Just 4 milligrams.
And the capsule in wellness is 3. So and these those who eat a lot of fish also get astaxanthin from
salmon.
A lot of things in the nature, so to say, or so it seems that at least all doses up to 6 milligram there also will not create some sleepless at night and so on.
There are no toxic levels, right?
No.
Discovered yet. So
no.
45 milligrams, that's
exactly.
a lot. Okay.
And for inflammation, articulations, we have many stories in our country, and people who are very well with extra doses of astaxanthin for all the muscles. And have you documented that?
The documentation is what we call dose response. So if you have very little, you have no response, and then you start to increase the response, and then you have 3 milligram per day, you are almost 90% of the response you can get. And to get the last 10, you can take very much. But I think if you take 45, you don't get more response. You take unnecessary much. And everything in nature is like that, dose response, and the curve is like an S.
And then it's...
And 3 milligram is on 90% maximum effect.
Okay. Que 3 miligramos es el efecto al 90%, even for people who are not well.
Question.
Yeah, but for those who, let us say, marathon runners, those who exercise so very much, they produce so much free radical that they can have good effect of taking more.
Okay. Are you currently working on a new product with Oriflame?
I'm forbidden to answer that question.
And does it have any effect on thyroid? They have asked me with the astaxanthin.
No.
Thyroid?
No.
Or for insomnia?
No.
Okay.
No.
Referente a una pregunta a la regeneración celular con respecto a los batidos. Mi esposo tuvo una caída, una fractura, y necesitaba operación. Entonces mi pregunta es esto. No, nunca le dimos nada, pero solamente le dimos la malteada. Y la pregunta viene a ser eso. El doctor le dijo, solo un milagro de regenerar tus células si no quieres operación. Entonces yo fui un testimonio cuando ella hablaba de la regeneración de células. Y le empecé a dar 28 sopas de tomate y él ya no necesita operación. Yo quiero creer algo personal. Si realmente... el producto actuado, porque no tomó nada, absolutamente nada en 7 meses. Él tuvo un accidente,
his spine
una fractura.
Was broken, and she was giving him 28 natural balanced soups, nothing else. And the doctors are really surprised. It seems like a miracle. He hasn't taken any medicine, and he no longer needs surgery. So she wants to know if that really helps the cellular regeneration.
Yeah, was it soup?
Yes, the soups. ¿No? Las sopas, los batidos, ¿no?
Sopa nada más, 28 cajas.
28, pero ¿cuánto tiempo?
En 6 meses.
28 boxes of soup in 6 months. One every day. 1 box a day?
Una caja.
Yes, sí. Una diaria, me refiero a
una sopa diaria.
Una porción.
Durante 6 meses.
Okay.
¿Y batidos natural balance, no?
No.
Just the soup. 1 soup a day he was
nada,
taking for 6 months, and he doesn't need surgery, and he had his spine broken, so an accident.
Yeah, as the soup is constructed like the natural balance shake, have this mother's milk composition of protein, but it is vegetarian, completely vegetarian.
Que sí es, nada más que es vegetariana. También tiene como origen el imitar la leche materna.
And if you get a complete nutrition for protein, because it's protein that we use to rebuild our bodies, if you get that, you could expect a very good effect of that.
Que con eso construyes los tejidos del cuerpo. So everybody who's going to surgery should take the natural balance.
Yeah, everybody that should go to surgery should ensure that they have a complete nutrition, because that is what heals the wounds.
Que la nutrición es lo que cura las heridas, es lo que construye los tejidos.
And I generally think that you, as consultant in Latin America, should speak more in physiological terms rather than naming. So the good thing with Oriflame products is that they are constructed to fulfill the need of the body. Because if you, as Oriflame consultant, say that my product is better than that, nobody will believe you. It's much better for you to explain for the people how important it is to fulfill the physiological need.
Es importante que cuando ustedes expliquen sobre wellness hablen más fisiológicamente, no nada más decir el mío es mejor que otro porque nadie les va a creer eso. O sea, hay que tener el fundamento.
Pregúntale, por favor, en caso de los trastornos alimenticios, como bulimia, como anorexia, esto, ¿puede funcionar la malteada para ayudar?
Last question, please.
The people with eating disorders, like anorexia and bulimia, can they be helped with a natural balance shake?
Yeah.
Well, they get the nutrition.
Yeah, so we have some spectacular results with the report from that, because anorexia, they think they will not have food at all. Is they could start perhaps with the 1/4, because they don't want to have anything. Yeah. Start a little, and then one natural balance shake can turn it around.
Que empezamos con 1/4 de porción de la malteada y luego una malteada, y que lo que pasa es que los anoréxicos no quieren comer y que tienen muy buenos. It would be really great to have all the information that you have documented available for us, because we have fantastic testimonials, really fantastic.
As well as the patient who had a stomach surgery, the ones they cut their stomach to lose weight, and they have to drink some shakes. Could
bypass gastric surgery.
It's being used a lot in America too.
But my advice is still that you should keep to physiology and not to naming particular products, because then you get all the doctors against you.
Oh, we don't compare to other products, but they tell us. It's like, well, I am in Usana. I tried Usana. Usana is the best one. It's not us that we want to do the competition. We live close to the United States, and the biggest competition market in the world is the United States. It's really harsh competitive. So that's why we need, not us, they are the ones who are telling, oh, are you in the book that lists all the companies in America?
For example, the protein, they say that our natural balance shake doesn't have so much protein as other.
That it has sugar.
And they see that, oh, you don't have a lot of protein. How can we just tell them why you made it so balanced this way and not so much protein as a competition?
I think
it is protein is balanced, so it is very similar to mother's milk.
That's
okay, people, if we want to have pictures with Stig and diplomas, we have to move on.
Yes, we could talk to him all day.
Yes, I know. So, Carla Claudia Toledo.
Después cuando ya pase, me toma, ¿ya?
Gracias.
Y le voy a dar
Perfecto, lleno.
Sí,
¿Tomaron todo el video?
Sí.
Creo que sí. Yo este último ya no lo tomé.
Porque no. Congratulations.
Could you move so that the sign, the wellness sign?
Perfect. Mariela. And next is Gabriela Molina. Maria Antoinetta Duarte. Many cameras.
¿Y dónde está aquí el play o qué?
Con todo.
Gracias, ya está.
No. María Antonieta. De Hollywood.
Todos, ¿no?
Hilaria Condori. Oh, don't forget your certificate.
¿Qué se te va a acabar la pila? Tómame por si acaso. ¿Tienes candado? ¿Tienes candado? No.
And next is Christopher Cedeño.
Oh, Christopher.
Las filmaciones.
¿Está en filmación?
They have a present. He have a present for you, doctor.
Aha.
From Ecuador. This hat is from Ecuador.
Stig and I are going to Valencia, so I think he
Ah.
will wear
Está en video, ¿no? Sí.
Patricia Fuentes.
¿Mabel ya pasó? No.
Ya estoy aquí en lista.
Es que te regresas para allá, Paqui, perdón.
Mabel Schmidt.
Todo lo paso.
Ah, okay.
Mi fotógrafa.
And last but not least, Dania.
Tómame muchas fotos.
Daniel, ¿es tuya?
Dani, quédate.